It's the season of election campaign in Nigeria, and politicking, lobbying, and alignments are on display. In a show of solidarity, 5 governors on the platform of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), now known as G5, stormed Makurdi, the Benue state capital, for inauguration of some projects executed by one of them, Governor Samuel Ortom. The governors, Seyi Makinde of Oyo State, Nyesom Wike of Rivers, Okeze Bazu of Abia, and Ifeanyi Agoyin of Enugu State inaugurated many road projects completed by Governor Ortom in the state. TVC News' Mayowa Okwato has the story.
Arriving Makurdi, the capital of Benue State, for flag-off of the 2023 election campaigns are the G5 governors. Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State, Ikpeazu Okeze of Abia, Nyesom Wike of Rivers, and Ifeanyi Agoyin of Enugu State, accompanying Governor Ortom to commission projects within the state capital. Among projects commissioned are the Itsepo to Mbakia Road, Yakio to Isepo Road, NKST Yena to Georgiakume Road, low-cost housing estates to Bambam Road, among others. The later proceeds to the flag-off venue. The party's acting state chairman acknowledges the presence of all dignitaries as the director of the state campaign management committee shed more light on the reason for the flag-off.
As I declare the flag-off of this campaign open, we have to signify this by presenting flags that will keep flying, flags that will make us win elections.
No time is wasted as the flag-off and presentation of flags to the state governorship candidates commence. Representatives of the state's zones, youths, women, and the National Assembly reaffirm their loyalty to the party.
I believe that PDP is the party that the Benue people are waiting for. Am I lying? I saw, Your Excellency,
that in the process, in spite of the seeming differences that we have, we will not do anything that will undermine the authority and the leadership of the governor.
The state governor, Samuel Ortom, with his guests, give Benue people the assurance that the party remains strong in Benue.
less the time that you have spent here, that Idi Amin will say, at the appropriate time, I will also. All of us, we have left everything we are doing in our state to come and give you support, to tell you anything Ortom tells you to do. Do it. It will be for the interest of Benue State. Not be so. Not be so. Some people say here that there's a problem. Me, I don't know problem.
With this flag-off, it is evident that the state People's Democratic Party is ready to compete for the governorship seat come 2023. Mayowa Okwato, TVC News, Makurdi.
So it will be safe to say this Nyesom Wike faction, they are running solo. They are on their own. Because this is not the presidential campaign of Atiku Abubakar. I didn't see any insignia. It's just to flag off the governorship campaign in Benue State. Yes. But these guys, they are moving in a different direction.
They are doing everything together. They remain resolute. They are not agreeing to make peace as far as Ayu remains the national chairman of the party. And they are staying very strong. They are staying very strong. They said it should go. As long as it remains, they are not prepared to make peace with the national leadership. But they are doing their thing. They've not left the party. They will remain in the party. They will do their best to make sure that their party wins in their states.
What kind of model is that?
Well, we've seen Baba Olusola Saraki. At least Baba Olusola Saraki, I saw him do it in 1983. My mom was telling me, you will see this, that is what he would do. And exactly that was what he did. So even me too, as a young man coming of age, we were discussing with my boss, Bayo Nonuga. I told my boss, Bayo Nonuga, I said, that was in 1999, I said he will tell them to vote PDP because they had the APP primaries. He was not happy with the outcome. I said, watch, he's going to tell his people to vote for PDP. My boss said, no, I'm sure he will not do that. I said, he will do that. I know this man, he will do that. He thought I was joking. That was what Baba Olusola Saraki did. So it's not a new thing for people to be in a party and work against their party in some particular elections. What Saraki will just tell them, just Saturday, umbrella in eka efisapa. That means he's telling them vote a different party. And their own was even different. The national leadership, led by Shagari, came to Ilorin. Schools were closed on that day. They came to Ilorin, and to show that, yes, they are in solidarity, they shut schools so that the stadium complex in Kwara State will be filled to capacity with people. And they were happy. He was smiling. Yeah. Everybody was smiling, and they said, they've resolved this matter. Yeah. My mom said they did not resolve anything. They did not resolve anything. So we were waiting. By the time election came, about 2 days later, Saraki had told them to do something else. Whereas we saw him the other day rejoicing, dancing with those people, assuming that the quarrel had ended. In fact, Shagari was so happy. He felt his intervention had put an end to the crisis. What Saraki didn't want was for Adamu Atta to return as governor.
And he backed...
C.O. Adebayo. So Adebayo was of a different party. In fact, they went as far as even during the primaries of the UPN. Olawuyi and C.O. Adebayo were competing against one another. The first one was cancelled because of violence, suspected to have even been initiated from without. At the end of the day, what did we see? C.O. Adebayo prevailed in the primaries of the UPN, and then Saraki got his people to support him to ensure that Adamu Atta did not return as governor of his own party. So whatever Wike and others are doing today, it's not new. Because Olusola Saraki did it in 1983, he did it in 1999, and we are in... history always finds a way to repeat itself.
A house divided against itself would definitely not stand. You have 5 governors going in another direction, and Atiku Abubakar, even as formidable as the People's Democratic Party in 2019, they still did not defeat the All Progressive Congress, when they had all the support. Now a divided house.
It will be interesting to see how the presidential campaign or presidential campaigns in these 5 states will be launched or will be done. Because if you have
already they've set up the presidential campaign outside these guys. Some complained that they said the Rivers people, some of them were chosen without his consent.
And all that. Well, there's no problem with that because the PDP are thought that, well, since you are not with us, why do we need to reckon with you? But the question now is, how are they going to campaign in those states? Or is it that the PDP will not hold any campaign there?
Definitely.
The campaign in those states is going to be very, very tough. Because if you have a state controlled by an opposition party and you don't have their support, no problem. But in a state your party is controlling, you don't have the support of your governors, how do you intend to campaign there? But let no one make any mistake. These governors have their hand in their party in the states, at the state level. They support their candidate and everything, they are supporting them. However, it is at the national level that the problem arises. How is PDP going to campaign in these 5 states? That is the question they need to think about. And as Citizen Jones always say, when your enemy is making a mistake, don't correct him. That is what is happening now. Then the other parties or the APC will be very happy about what is going on now, because it will work in their own favor.
Yes.
No, let's talk about this commission of the roads that were commissioned.
Yes.
Across Benue State.
You see, I think Governor Ortom used one stone to kill two birds. They've always told us that he did not do any work. They've always said that Ortom, that when he wants to do empowerment, he distributes wheelbarrow and all that the only thing he does is to just talk about Fulanis. He does not do any work and all that. You know, when I hear people say a governor did not do any work, there's no governor who has not worked. It's a lie from the pit of hell to say a governor has not worked. Most of the people saying that, they've not even been to those states. Most of the people saying that they are propelled by hate and anger and the fact that they are not in the same party.
Yes.
I was in Zamfara the other day. Do you know that after my interview with the governor, people were calling me to say, you mean this governor had done this much? The fact that there's not much publicity about a governor does not mean it's not working.
Yeah.
They were shocked at some of the things that the man had done. So Ortom now has used this opportunity to show that, okay, you said I've not done anything. These are projects in the state capital and environs. And there are some that he had done even outside
beyond
the state capital.
Place.
But in our case, if we don't see some projects in state capital, we say no work has been done. But now he's showing them, including electricity projects. So this is what I've done. You can't come now and tell us that he has not worked. You see, today people talk about the governor of Rivers State, that he has done so much work. About 2-3 years ago, nobody was saying it. But he chose the last 2 years of his administration to begin to show the world that this is what I've done. And now everybody is talking about it. He even won a presidential award. So this is the thing. Some governors who sit there who don't want to spend money on the media to show the media that they are working because they think, oh, TV time is so much money. People will not talk about them. There is a governor in the far north. His state is very far, close to the border with the Niger Republic. Even his own friends are begging him, let the media see what you have done. You've done so much work. But he's stingy to himself. To even show the work that he has done is difficult for him. You know, this is a governor that I know very well. I'm close to his elder brother. We've talked to him. Show the people what you've done. It's difficult for him to even show the people what he's done. How can you be stingy to yourself? At the end of the day, the immortality that you are supposed to give yourself, you will not give yourself because you have not prioritized publicity. Wike has shown us that there is a lot of value in prioritizing popularity, showing the world that he has done so much work. If it is investigated, probably some governors have even done more than Wike. But they've chosen not to make noise. So, and that is their problem.